Hello, today we'll be learning how to create an open web app. We'll also be learning the necessity of a web app manifest file and also how to create one. So let's begin. Here I have a sample project of an open web app, a basic one, just to add. So as you can see just by the contents, it looks quite similar to a regular website. The only difference is the manifest.webapp. But let's look at the components of what makes this similar to a website. We have the index.html. This contains identical syntax to regular HTML that's found on websites. We also have the main.javascript file, which is JavaScript code, and this also contains the same syntax as regular JavaScript. And we also have some images, as you can see here, the icon. So just by looking at this folder, we can tell to create an open web app, we need to have basic website building knowledge. And to make an open web app, it is nearly identical to a regular website. The only difference is the manifest.webapp. So let's see what the manifest.webapp file is. What you can do is right click on it and open with an IDE or a text editor for regular web files. So I'm using Sublime Text. Here's the file. As you can see, it contains a lot of data in this file. This is necessary for your open web app, as the manifest.webapp file will be able to tell OpenMRS what is the contents of your web app. Just a quick look, we can see that already it defines the icons that you will be using, as we saw earlier, the OpenMRS logo icon. We can also see that we're able to tell OpenMRS who the developer is, the version number, the name of this web app, and also a description. We're also able to tell OpenMRS which file to open first. So if this open web app were to be opened or run on the OpenMRS platform, it would open index.html first. Now, what sets apart an OpenMRS open web app from a regular web app is quite simple. This activity section, or this activities extension, this extension is specific to OpenMRS, and it tells OpenMRS that this web app has been created specifically for this platform. By looking closer at the code, we can see that the href component has an asterisk beside it. This asterisk basically tells the manifest to get the URL of where this application is stored. There are many utilization or techniques to use the href. For example, if you have a jQuery function to get the server URL, maybe to make some API calls to the OpenMRS server, you can use the manifest.webapp and call the href section, which will get you the server URL. To create a manifest.webapp file is not that difficult. You can see these key components like version number, name, description, launch path, icon, developer, default locale, and of course activities, which is one of the most important parts. A key thing to remember about the manifest.webapp file is that it must be in the root directory of your open web app. Anything else in your open web app can be in whichever hierarchy you like, but the manifest.webapp file has to be in the root directory. If you want more information on how to create a manifest web app file, you can go to the wiki page on W3C and get some information on it. But the general structure of a manifest.webapp file is as follows in this file. That concludes how to create a web app, the importance of a manifest.webapp file, and how to create one.